A good afternoon to everyone. Another day and another topic to be discussed, which give us another learning because today we're going to discuss and report about the basic skills in badminton. So are you guys ready? Okay, so before we will discuss about the basic skills in badminton, I just want to give you an idea of what are those importance in knowing the basic skills in badminton. So by the way guys, we are not a player of badminton. We just usually played it during recreational activities only, but we tried our best to find as many information as we can so that we can understand our topic and we can discuss it well to you class. So are you class ready? Okay. So one among the important benefits of playing badminton is that it boosts up our muscle strength, making us strong and fit. The continuous movement in playing badminton, in which we keep on moving from here to there, help build up our muscle mass as well as tune them up into perfect structures. It boosts up our core muscles, calves, quads, and hamstring. So badminton is a fairly easy game to learn and fun to play casually and competitively. So the basic skills in badminton include or led us to learn how to hold the racket, serve the shuttle,
And now, here
move
are
your
the basic
feet.
skills in badminton. First is the grip, the stance, the footwork, the serve, smash, drop shot, clear or lob, the drive, net kill, and the net lift. Okay, so the first one is the grip. So the right grip in holding the racket is really important to achieve control on shots while avoiding the chances of a wrist injury. A proper grip will allow you to play both a backhand and forehand strokes effortlessly. So, a grip is a way of holding a racket. So, kaning grip kay way ni siya og unsaon na to pag-hold sa racket. So, it help us to hit shots during a match or the game aron maka-hit gyud tag shots properly during the event or the game. So, a good grip or good hand position in the badminton can reduce injury. So, kung tarong dyan natog hold and ang racket, so, maka-reduce good siya injuries kay because if we didn't hold the racket properly and accurately, it may cause injury. So, di possibility nga mapiang ta kung dili na to i-proper hold ang racket. So, the good grip can help us to increase the range of shots and produces more efficient hits. So, if proper ang atong pagka-hold sa racket, so, nagi possibility nga tanang hit sa ato ang kontra is ma-retrieve nato or mabawi jud nato dayon. So, if we do proper grip, so it will help us to catch a good shot. So, as I said earlier, an effective and powerful hits. So, the grip has two types. The two types of grip is the backhand grip and the forehand grip. So the backhand grip is hit with the backhand leading like hitting the knuckles. And then the forehand grip is hit with the front of the hand leading like hitting with the palm. So kaning backhand grip, so na sila differences between the forehand grip. Ang ilahang differences lang kay ang kaning backhand grip is i-push nimo ang index finger toward while playing the forehand stroke. So i-push lang nimo ang index finger, while sa forehand grip kay i-push ang imuhang thumb while playing the backhand stroke. So for you to understand well, for you to be enlightened what are those proper positioning, and let's watch this video about the demonstration in the backhand and the forehand grip.
In this video, we're going to talk about how we're holding the forehand grip and the backhand grip. And this is probably the first thing we need to learn when we are playing badminton. So let's start with the forehand grip. What I usually tell people when they just started playing badminton is try to grip the racket and hold it as if it was an axe, just like this. Okay? So when I'm holding it like this, the racket head is just like an axe head, so I can chop stuff up. Also, I don't want to hold the grip like this and tighten it up, so I have a 90-degree angle between my arm and the racket, but I want to have a loose grip, so I have here an angle that's bigger than 90 degrees, like this. Okay? I am using the forehand grip whenever I play shots in the same side as I have my racket. So this and this is all forehand shots. The backhand grip, we want to place our thumb on the right area of the grip, like this. So I'm holding my racket like this. I'm using this backhand grip whenever I'm hitting the shuttle on the other side of where I'm holding my racket. So if I'm right-handed, this is my backhand. If I'm left-handed, this is my backhand. So I know this is very, very basic, but the grip is actually the foundation of learning to play badminton. So actually, when I started playing badminton, I wasn't holding the right grip for 3 years before I began holding the right grip. So try it at home, and it might be hard in the beginning if you're not holding the correct grip and want to adjust it, but if you keep doing it, you'll eventually learn it. After we get the hang of holding the forehand grip and the backhand grip, the next step will be to change between the forehand grip and the backhand grip. We can start by taking a shuttle and just juggling with the shuttle, switching between the forehand grip and the backhand grip, so this becomes natural. Okay, we don't need to think how we are switching our grip, so the more we practice it, the less we're going to think about switching the grip. And then of course we can make the exercises faster and more challenging. But this is the first step to learning how to grip.
So as what we can see in the video, so here mo ni siya ang image of kung ipaduol dyan nato to ang image or a position sa backhand grip and the forehand grip. So the second one na tayo, no? So the second one is the stance. So the stand is how you stand while playing badminton. So kadong grip is the proper positioning of the hand. So while the stance is the position or the stand position while playing the badminton. So both in between a rally and before the serve. A stable and correct stance will bring a huge change in the results due to easier movement. So kaning stance is the way we stand when retrieving the certain shots from your opponent. So kaning stance kay mura bito siya preparatory position kay aron in case nga grabe kay ang shots or ang hits sa imuhang kontra is ma-retrieve day nimo or masalo or mabawi dayon nimo. So it could be a preparatory position as what I said. Kay diri nga skills is it help us to ready aron in case nga paspas atong kontra sa pag-receive sa shuttlecock is dali ra nato siya masalo or mahit. Kay if dili ba taw nakabalo mo ani nga skill, probably mapildi jud ka kay dili man nimo masalo ang hit sa kontra. Kay in playing badminton dapat object jud ta kay naayuban nga player nga abtik kayo in hitting the shuttlecock. So the stance is the preparatory position. So the stance na siya three types of stance. The first is the defensive stance. So to defend the opponent's smash, you need to be prepared with the defensive stance. So the key to strong defense is to retrieve your opponent's smash via the defensive stance. Tapos, ang maredita aning defensive stance is that we should face our body to the front of the court. So, dapat nagatubang dito sa court kay if di ta makafocus or maglingi-lingi ta during the game, then di ta makafocus, probably dili jud nimo mabantayan ang pag-smash sa kontra. And then, place your racket in front of you. So, as what we can see in the picture, so naka-place jud ang racket atubangan nimo around waist height and pointly slightly forward. And last, raise your non-racket arm for better balance. So, i-raise nimo ang imuhang arm nga katong wala nag-hold sa racket for your better balance. So, dapat ingon ana jud tong forma as we can see in the picture, no? Aron maredita for the defensive stance. So, when you're in a defensive stance, you can cover a wider angle. So, if nara ka sa defensive stance, so makakover jud kag wide angles. Makabantayan nimo kung mapadulong ang shuttlecock o dalira nimo siya ma-retrieve. So, the question is, kanus ama ni magamit nung defensive stance, no? So, kung makahit kag high clear or if ever maka-perform kag high serve, you should move to your base position. So, makahit kag high serve, no? Dapat mobalik na din ka sa imong base position in preparation for the defensive stance. Dapat abdi ka. Nga nag-serve nimo, you will go back to your base position. So, is that clear, everyone? So the next one is the net stance. So, the net stance is, this stance is to be ready for the opponent's return after playing a net shot. So, kaning net stance enables you to take the shuttle at the highest point when you're on the net. So, when exchanging net shots, every millisecond counts. So, every millisecond, so wala jud tay i-waste nga time aning the badminton nga play, no? Kung kuan na jud competition. So, make sure you take the shuttle as early as possible. So, to get into the net stance, you should place your racket foot forward and non-racket foot at the back. Place your racket in front of your body, slightly above waist and height. Raise your non-racket arm for balance. So, kanang gipakita sa picture, so dapat mo na atong positioning sa net stance. So, the question again, kanus ama ni magamit ning net stance? So, magamit ni siya during kana bitawng ang shuttlecock is kana bitawng moment nga more siyang nagtuyok-tuyok ibabaw sa net. Og padulong sa counter or after nimo ma-perform ang tumbling net shot. And dapat nimo i-perform na ani is dapat your body's posture is normal. Stay at your place and let your body be ready to pounce forward to perform the net kill of your opponent's net shots. And then last one is the attacking stance. So you'll need this stance if so the attacking stance is, it is used to get into position before playing an overhead forehand stroke. So you'll need this stance if you hit an overhead stroke. So magamit ni siya if makahit kag overhead forehand stroke. Like kana bitang nasa ibaba ang shuttlecock. So dapat imo positioning ana is turn your body facing the side of the court. Place your racket leg behind, your non-racket leg forward, and then both legs should be width apart. So hitting forehand strokes via attacking stance enables you to hit powerful shots. It enables you to recover quickly after you perform your shot. So, for the continuation, let's hear from Miss Boston. So, before nato mo proceed ta sa footwork, ato sang mulantaw sa video or sa demonstration about the stance kay kung ano ba jud kaning stance kay which is the positioning ni siya sa atong badminton. So, mulantaw ta aning demonstration about the stance.
Proper stance will need a racket, shoes, and of course a standard badminton court with nets. For the defensive stance in badminton, you'll have to have your legs slightly apart, knees slightly bent so you're a little bit low to the ground. For doubles, your racket should be in front of you, staying flat, because most doubles games, people smash, so you might as well get ready with the racket lower already. For the singles defensive stance, you have to have your racket outwards a little bit so that you can reach for shots if they do any far shots away from you. For the offensive stance, the key is to have your racket up and in front of you so that you can time the birdie as you swing the shot to be in front of you the entire time, rather than back here where the halfway point might possibly be above you rather than in front of you.
So now let's move on to the third basic skill in badminton, which is footwork. Footwork plays a huge role in helping with an effective and organized movement on the court. In fact, some coaches even raise footwork to prime importance over other skills. Good badminton footwork is the reason why professionals make a game of badminton looks graceful and effortless. This is because it enables you to reach the shuttle in the fastest and shortest time as possible. So there are three main benefits of mastering proper footwork. First, it allows you to conserve strength by reducing unnecessary steps. Second, it provides sufficient reaction time for the next oncoming shot. Third, it increases your speed. So here are the tips for proper footwork. First is always remember the base or the starting point. So the base depends on what shot you played. But usually, nadyo siya sa center sa court, wherein after hitting, you always return. The center of the court is the accessible position to reach all sides.
Today we're going to find out on the importance of footwork in badminton. So Joel, how important is footwork in badminton and how to actually execute some basic footwork in badminton?
Like a good footwork will help you save a lot of energy moving on the court. So it helps you to reach like all the shots on the court, so you'll be smooth and you will not get stuck. So this is the like neutral position before you start to move to the front court. So like that, for the front footwork, it will be right, left, right. So the first step will be a push off and then right, left, right. So for the backhand side, it will be right, left, right. To the back part, it will be a lateral movement back to the forehand position. You use your left leg to push off and then your right leg to support. Okay, so for moving to the overhead position, the difference between the overhand and the forehand is that you have to turn your body first in order to get into this position so that you can hit your shots. Turn your body and then use your left leg and then your right leg to support your body and then push back.
So all these steps of badminton and badminton movements should be performed while maintaining the balance. Your other free hand is one thing that can help you with this. Use the hand in which your racket is not held to navigate and help you maintain balance. You should keep it wide open to avoid falls and injuries. The next basic skill in badminton is serve. So in badminton, the serve must be hit in an upwards direction with an underarm hitting action. So you are not allowed to play the tennis style serve. So the main rule is that when you hit the shuttle, it must be below your waist. To be exact, The rules define this to be a height level with the lowest part of your rib cage. There were lines where you're allowed to serve, called the service courts. But there is an assigned reporter to tackle about that one. So let's proceed to the next one. So, service is among the most basic skill that you need to master in badminton. Also, you should ensure to make a legal service, otherwise it might lead to penalty points. So there are two types of service in badminton, depending on the landing aim of the shuttle. First is high serve. High serve aims at the back end corner of the opponent's court. Ideally, a good high serve results in shuttle dropping steeply downwards at the back end of the court. So, ang high serve, it sends the shuttle very high, so that it falls almost straight down and lands at the back of the service court. The purpose of this is to limit your opponent's ability to play an attacking shot. The next type is the low serve. Unlike high serve, the low serve aims to the front of the court. The objective is to let the shuttle fly just above the net, landing in front corner of the court. So, it is commonly used during doubles, but can be on singles too, if your opponent's attack is too strong. So for the continuation of the topic, here is Miss
For the
Lebron.
short serve would be a racket, a birdie, and of course a proper standard court to practice on. Where you would stand to serve, you would stand closer towards the front baseline with your right leg forward. To do the backhand short serve, start by having your backhand grip, meaning the thumb is on the flat end of your racket. Start by positioning the racket's head face down in front of you, like so. Next, put the birdie in front and in the middle of the racket. Make sure that you hold it by one of the feathers of the bird, so you have good control and feel of the bird. Once you put it in the middle, the serve starts as soon as you go forward with your racket. Meaning you can do anything else before that, but as soon as it goes forward, it has to be in one smooth motion and it cannot stop. So from here, push forward gently with your fingers and over the net. To do the forehand short serve, start by positioning your right foot in the back and your racket face down. From here, hold the bird with one feather in front of you, like so. Make sure the cork is facing downwards. After that, you'll drop the birdie first, swing forward, and make sure the contact point is below your waist with the racket pushing forward, like so. For the forehand serve, same concept. Make sure the contact point is below the waist. A general tip for beginners for short serves is when you begin, aim for the white tape on the net. This way you'll get your practice out and you'll get to practice getting it right over the tape.
To continue the report of Miss Boston, let us proceed to the fifth basic skills in badminton, the smash. Smash is the most potent and powerful stroke in badminton, which naturally turns out to be the most familiar term to all. The shot is basically to hit the shuttle powerfully towards the opponent's body or downward on the court. A perfectly executed smash has no defense. So badminton smash is a technique which needs high energy and enthusiasm. This can drain up your energy easily for the entire play, so it is crucial that you should use it wisely whenever it is highly required. Practice badminton smash, not smashing hard, but smash it up with full power. There are three types of smash: the forehand smash, backhand smash, and the jumping smash. Let us first tackle about the forehand smash. The forehand smash is an overhead smash which is similar to the action of throwing a ball. So there are steps in how to do a forehand smash in badminton. First and foremost, tip is to raise your non-racket hand and point it above your chin. So this might sound irrelevant for you, but it is earth-shaking part to play in the direction of your pace of your shot. You should shift your weight onto your rear foot to maintain the balance. This can also help you track the exact angle downwards, saving you from a self-shot or foul play. The third one is straighten your elbows and swing the racket with a good fly. Keep in mind to keep shuttle your racket, foot forward, and knees should be slightly bent. The last one is the forehand grip is vitally important. You must be on your toes ready to hit a forehand smash at every single moment. So let us proceed to the backhand smash. This is one of the toughest strokes in badminton, and even experts face difficulty in playing the stroke. It is a tough and perfectly offensive shot. So there are steps to how to do backhand smash in badminton. First is getting the backhand grip extremely important, but it's not easy as it seems. The racket should smoothly flow from forehand to backhand grip, effortlessly keeping in mind all over swings, angles, and shot. So that means you have to open up all of your four senses. Second is, it is cardinal to choose the right moment carefully unless and until you are sure that a forehand shot or any other shot doesn't suffice. Never take the risk of a backhand smash. It is hard for your opponent to swing it back, but it is hard as that for you too, to smash it in the right pace and right angle. Third is turn your body as tough your back faces the net. This turning should be done within a matter of few seconds and has no time should be wasted in that. Next is, unlike the forehand smash, where the weight of the body is balanced by rear foot, here the weight is balanced by the racket foot. It is tremendously important to maintain the weight balance because everything in life works on balance. The racket should be overhead while the racket's head should be pointing down. It is a twisted posture to imbibe, but sweat and practice always produce sweet fruits. What is the most important is your presence of mind and face. You have to get the grip the moment it strikes you without a second thought. The faster the grip, the more the power which you execute the smash. Never dare to do a full power smash until you are hardly confident about your angles. Proceed to the jumping smash. A forehand smash with a time jump added to it counts under jumping smash. Jumping smash is the best way to release your suppressed emotion, assuming that the shuttlecock is the one thing you are angry upon. But never make it so hard so that smashing actually smashes it apart. So this is the right way to do jumping smash in badminton. First is timing is highly pivotal in jumping smash. You have to act, prepare, and react quickly within seconds. This gives the opponent very less time, have a glimpse of their reaction. Second is injection of pace or the closeness of you and the shuttlecock is predominant to act quickly with full-fledged power and energy. The higher the cock, the faster you go, the harder it is. A forehand grip can suffice for your jumping smash, helping you to maintain a good grip and balance. While jumping, your body becomes tight, but you should loosen your body and maintain a firm stance to give back a faster and more powerful return. So your focus should always be on the shuttle. Once you jump up, keep your legs straight and knees slightly bent. Stretch your racket, arm as far as you can for a tempo shot. Drive downwards with your racket foot for a smooth and energetic jump by deeply inhaling it and exhaling while smashing. While landing, keep your racket foot further forward to keep the balance because there is not even a second to be wasted. You must always be alert for the next powerful shot. And the last and foremost is the focus and accuracy is deeply paramount factors. You must always recalculate the angles while jumping so that the landing is accurately inside the service court and the angle downwards. The accuracy with the shot is done also matters because your opponent should be in a tight position to reply back. These are 3 ways on how to do a smash in badminton. So I'm going to show you a video about smashing.
In this video, you will learn how to hit a forehand smash, the preparation, the shot, and the recovery. Step 1. The preparation. Use a forehand grip. Start in the ready position. Take the racket leg back and twist the body sideways. Shuffle back and lunge on the racket foot. Raise the racket and the non-racket arm to balance. The shoulders and the elbows should be aligned. The racket should be inclined at roughly 45 degrees. Point to the shuttle with your non-racket arm. Step 2. The shot. Tighten your grip and swing the racket behind the back with the head pointing downward. Rotate the arm forward and snap down the wrist at the point of impact. The shuttle should be much further forward than for the clear. Follow through the racket arm across to the other side. Land with the non-racket and racket foot respectively in quick succession. Step 3. The recovery. Shuffle back to the ready position at the middle of the court. The smash is undoubtedly a lethal weapon, but should be used only when you expect it to be a winner, as you expend a great deal of energy. It's not about smashing hard, but smashing smart.
let's proceed to the 6 basic skills in badminton, which is the drop shot. Badminton drop shots are delicate badminton shots that can win you points that aim at scoring points in deception. It is played with both backhand and forehand. These are used to move the opponent to the front court. So a drop shot is the name given to the badminton shot that you perform when you are in the back of your court and you hit the shuttle so it lands in the front of your opponent's side or near on the net. So there are 2 types of drop shots: the fast drop shot and the slow drop shot. So as you can see in the left side, the ideal point of the fast, so this is the ideal point of the fast drop shot. So the ideal landing for the fast drop shot is the shuttle will land somewhere on the yellow area below. It is called fast drop because the shuttle travels down faster to your opponent's side but lands nearer to the mid court. And to our right side, as you can see, this is the ideal shot of slow drop shot. For the slow drop shot, the shuttle will land somewhere on the red area below. I'm going to show you a video about drop shot and the 2 types of drop shot.
In this episode, I will teach you how to do the drop shots. Like the clear, like the smash, the movement is the same. In our previous episodes where I taught you how to do the 1, 2, 3, that's how we're going to hit the shuttle. So the movement is basically the same, okay? But upon contact of shuttle and your racket, that is where you see the difference. For the drops, you make sure to get it as high as you can so that you have the option to make it steeper. Get it as high as you can in front of you. Now, when you lift up your arm, you use your wrist to push forward, then follow through your hand. So it's important that the control is by the wrist. Okay? Now, how far you want your drops to go depends on your opponent, depends on your style of game. So if you want it longer, then you push it more forward and longer. Okay? There are different types of drop shots. So in terms of hitting a drop, you have the flat and the slice. But that's not what we're here to discuss. I am just going to teach the basic on how to actually just execute a drop. So upon contact of shuttle and racket, make sure you push it lightly with your wrist. So push it slightly, then follow through. Common mistake of people doing the drops is that you're hitting it, but your elbow is already going down, therefore your racket is going down. That's why the shuttle goes to the net. So make sure that you raise your racket as high as you can, get it in front of you at 11 o'clock, push with your wrist, and the shuttle will come dropping down. Okay? So again, movement, very important. Stance, balance of the arm, the swinging, contact of shuttle, that's where the difference is. Push, push, lightly. Okay? So it's important that when we use our wrist, you have to have that control. It doesn't necessarily mean that when you use your wrist, you use that force. So it depends. Now, the drops, there are longer drops, there's a shorter one, there's a chop. We'll discuss all those in details in our next episode. For today, it's just the basic way of dropping the shot. Now, for the drop shot, what I'm going to emphasize in this episode is making sure that your drops are going downward, okay? Not like a soft lob. So, this is how you're going to see the difference. So, when you drop, you have to use your wrist, push it down, okay? So, you have to push down the shuttle with your wrist. Now, if I just stand up here, you will see the difference of the shot. This is how I want you to do it, with slight push from the wrist. If you do not push with the wrist and you do it that way, it just looks like a soft lob, and that's what I don't want. So this is like a soft lob. I don't want this, okay? I want you to use your wrist and push it down. You see the difference? Now the shuttle is going down. Okay, so there will be instances wherein the lifts of your opponent are shorter. So instead of just staying here or just using your racket like this, you have to go near the shuttle to do the drop. Okay, so this is how it's going to look. If it's shorter, I move forward and do the same. Move back, do the same. Move forward. Okay.
Look at the angle of the shuttle, you'll see it fast but going down.
To continue the report about the drop shot, I'm going to tackle about clear or lob in basic skills and badminton. The lob shot in badminton can be imagined as a shot with an inverted U trajectory. It is normally played from the forecourt with an aim to left or lob the shuttle over the opponent. So, guys, makita niyo sa first picture nga ang player iyang gihapak ang shuttlecock, and then ang shuttle direction is inverted U trajectory, and then igo lang jud siya nakakuan sa net, no, nakalapas, and then pabagsak siya. And the second picture is ang player iyang gihapak ang shuttlecock, and then ang shuttle direction is habog ang iyang pagkahapak ani, and then iyang shuttle direction is inverted U trajectory. So ang iyang arrow is kanang abot sa line, and hapit na ni siya out of line na siya, pero sa arrow dire nakuha jud siya sa line. So I will show you the videos so you can understand.
In badminton, being able to hit a clear or lob shot can get you organized under pressure, so you can buy yourself some time and get back in the game.
Okay, so for this episode, I'm going to teach you how to do the lob or a clear shot. Okay, lob is just basically to get that shuttle to the baseline. Okay, there are two kinds of lobs. You have the high, clear, or the shooting lob. Shooting lob would only need a little lower and a little faster. So it's just the speed and how high the shuttle is. So anyway, to begin practicing for the lob, your goal is to hit it strong and high to the other side. But again, I would like to put emphasis, proper grip, proper movement. So in our previous episodes of the 1, 2, 3, it will be the same movement. 1, 2, 3, hit. Upon contact of shuttle and your racket, you are pushing the shuttle upwards. Okay, so push it up before you follow through. So it's important that you go near the shuttle, look at where the shuttle is, take it at 11 o'clock because that's the best spot to hit. You will be able to maximize your strength. Okay, so use your whole upper body and your arm to swing it, pushing it upwards. There you go, and that's the lob for you.
Here is Jack Maliwat doing the lob or clears for us. So you will notice that he is left-handed. Therefore, when he swings his left arm, his left leg is the one that moves forward. In our previous episodes, you will see how to hit it properly with the 1, 2, 3s. And this is the actual doing of the clear or lob using the 1, 2, 3 movement, swinging with your body, your arm, your leg, moving forward. So this is half-court clears. This is especially done for beginners so that they will master it first without moving much. Eventually, they will do the full court practice, which they can move from the whole whole back area of the court. This is for the more advanced when they are already able to hit the shots from baseline to baseline. So the goal here is to push your shuttle upward, high, therefore high and clear, pushing it to the back on the other side. So you see Jack moving from alternating points. So it depends on what drill the coach wants you to do. It can be alternating. It can also be like no pattern. So here is the high clear lob and the shooting lob. The difference of a high clear lob is basically very high lobs, while shooting lobs would seem like a drive but a bit higher. So this is a sample of the shooting lob. Upon contact, you hit it upward but not very high. It's just slightly higher than the drive. So this is making the clear or lob faster than it usually is. Because when you say high or clear, the mentality is that it's very high and gives you time to move back. But sometimes you're in a good position and you want to catch your opponent instead. So you have a high clear lob and a shooting lob. This time, Jack is doing for us the high clear lob. Notice that when he hits the shuttle, you immediately don't see it as it goes up. You hardly see the shuttle after he hits it because it's way up. Coaches can give different drills to their players. It can be one spot to one spot, or maybe one spot at the back, but you ask your players to hit it to two different spots. You can even actually put baskets so that they have an aim as to where the shuttle must go. Okay, so from the angle of the video, you see that the shot is very high.
Next is drive. Badminton drive shots are shots that cruises the net flatly in a horizontal trajectory. It is an attacking shot that is usually played from the sides of the court when the shuttle has fallen too low for it to be returned with a smash. So, as makita nyo guys sa unang picture is ang player iyang assuming iyang giapas ang shuttlecock. Maybe ang shuttlecock is padulong sa iya pero paghapak sa player nga bali iyang kontra din ang shuttlecock is wala kabot sa iyang gitindugan ba and iyang kuha iyang giapas. So in assuming sa first picture no, and then sa second picture makita niyo kung unsa ang horizontal trajectory, ang arrow makita ninyo kung unsa siya nga ang aha padulong ang arrow. So I will show you the video so you can understand it.
And you want to learn how to drive. Well, unfortunately, I can't teach you that. Well, maybe I could if you let me know enough in the comments below, but I can teach you the badminton drive. So I'm going to teach you how to drive like a badminton master. Let's go. So it's finally time to learn how to drive, but without an age restriction. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to drive, and I'm going to break it down into two parts. One for beginners and one for more intermediate and advanced players. Okay, let's start with beginner tips. So first, we're going to break it down into 3 steps. Number 1 is lifting our racket high. You can imagine like you're doing a yeah, but with the badminton racket in your hand. After you have that, number 2 is bringing your elbow forward. Make sure it's forward and not to the side. The reason why we want it forward is so that our swing can go forward. If our elbow is to the side, it's going to be more of this motion. It's going to be difficult to generate power. So number 3, now that our elbow is forward, we're going to use our forearm, our wrist, and our fingers to flick it forward. Now, for step number 3, compared to some other swings, we're doing less pronation as compared to the badminton smash. We're just mostly using a forward flick of our wrist and our fingers. move on to some more advanced tips, starting with our grip. Now we need to always be adjusting our grip for different shots. There's no set way to hit a shot with your grip. So when do we want to be using what grip? Well, when the shot is closer to our body, we definitely want to be rotating our grip so that our thumb is more to the side. By doing this, our racket is more easily faced forward. If we didn't do this, our racket would be faced on the side, and rotating like this would be very difficult. Of course, once the shot gets more to the side, you don't have to rotate your racket in as much because you'll have the inward swing from the side. Tip number 2 is timing. You should get ready to hit the drive as soon as they contact the shuttle. When they contact the shuttle, your racket should already be in the pre-swung motion, which is number 2. And by the time it's arriving, you're already beginning to swing your racket. The reason we do this is if we try to swing our racket as soon as the bird comes over, we're going to be contacting our bird late, and it's going to be very loose, or it's not going to be going in the direction you want to. So make sure you pre-swing based on the shot your opponent's hitting.
Guys, I'm back to discuss about the knit lift. So badminton knit lift is simply an underarm clear performed very close to the net. The objective of this shot is to clear the shuttle all the way to your opponent's baseline. Also, you'll need to control the strength during the badminton knit lift. So kani bitawng net lift is a stroke that when our shuttle is caught closer to the ground. As we can see in the picture, kana bitawng duol na siya sa ground. Nga para nato lisod na jud kayo siya kuhaon or i-retrieve, pero sayo na siya sa mga player or kato siya yung mga hanas na nga player. So this one is performed when your opponent hits a very good net shot like tumbling or spinning shot. So kaning net lift dapat paningkamutan jud nato nga if makahit ang kontra og ano ba taong doon lang gid kayo sa ground ang shuttlecock is dapat kaning net lift i-perform jud nato aron mabawi or ma-retrieve dayon nato ang shuttle.
Kind of goes hand in hand with your net drop and your net push. And as the term suggests, you want to approach the net similar to how you would when you're dropping at the net, but instead of just dropping at the net, you're actually going to lift over your opponent's head. And that's the purpose of the shot, to lift it over your opponent's head, away from your opponent, close to the back of the line. So now Chibing is going to demonstrate the classic net lift. As you can see, the net lift is a fairly defensive shot because Chibing is hitting the shuttle very high to the back. And being a defensive shot, you want to make sure it goes all the way to the back, otherwise your opponent could smash you. You'll also notice that similar to all the classic net shots, Chibing is also leading with his left foot or his dominant foot. If you're right-handed, you're going to lead with your right leg or your dominant leg. Strategically speaking, the net lift shot makes sense if your opponent is also at the net and you want to hit it above his head, away from him. And that's your classic net lift shot.
So now, let's move on to the next basic skill in badminton, which is net kill. It means that hitting the shuttle at the net area downwards to your opponent's court. So, it is an offensive shot that is performed on the net and in which the shuttle has a fully downwards trajectory. As you see on the picture, so that's how you hit, that's how you perform the net kill. So the shuttle has the same trajectory as a smash, But because of your location on the court, which is you are at the front area of the court, so your movement, so the movement you need to perform is different. So that is why it is not a badminton smash. Actually, they are similar, but the difference is in badminton smash, it requires longer preparation and preloading time. While in net kill, it doesn't have preparation. Kaya sa smash, maghulat ka sa shuttle. While sa net kill, sugaton nimo ang shuttle sa net area pa lang to finish the rally. So that's it.
Push neck kill. Tips number 1. Extend your arm. To do the push neck kill, that you need to open up your arm faster in order to reach the shuttle earlier so you can contact the shuttle above the net. Tips number 2. Footwork. For your footwork, that your weight will shift from back foot to the front foot with one step jump forward. Tips number 3. Power generation. In push neck kill, that your power generated by index fingers and squeeze your grip. Tips number 4. Contact point. Make sure when you do the push neck kill, the contact point will be right in front of you and your wrist will rotate forward to generate power. Swipe neck kill. Tips number 1. In swipe neck kill, that you need to extend your arm faster than the push neck kill in order to complete your swipe motion. Because your opponents return shots very close to the nets, so make sure reach your arm is very important at this point. Tips number 2. Swing motion. When you do the swipe, you will swing to the sideway and make sure your racket face at the end will parallel to the net. Tips number 3. There are 2 different contact points in swipe neck kill. One is above the net, the other one is near the white tip of the net. Tips number 4. In swipe neck kill, the power generated by index finger and your thumb to twist your grip. The power will generate less than the push neck kill.